Okay, Josee, the tiger and the fish. I found this one through a random Reddit recommendation. And yeah, before you say, wait, Faithful, why can't you just use any list? Yeah, I know. But you know, sometimes Reddit do be giving you some good recommendations. So yeah, apparently there are 3 versions of the story, 2 live actions and 1 anime. And of course I watched the anime version because, obviously. It's one of those films that digs into disabilities, kind of like A Silent Voice, and I love that movie, so of course I have to check this one out. So let's talk about Josee, the tiger and the fish. And hey, if you like this kind of content, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it allows you to join our community of people. Josee, the tiger and the fish. This is the 16th time I've said the title. Directed by Kotaro Tamura. I definitely butchered his name. Based on a short story of the same name. It follows a young man called Tsuneo, a hard-working, kind university student who is obsessed with marine life. So in a way, we are kind of alike. The only difference is that he likes fish while I like to eat fish. Tsuneo works at a diving shop and spends most of his time saving up to study marine biology in Mexico. One night, he coincidentally runs into a girl. Well, more like she runs into him. And that's how we meet Josee, real name Komiko, which actually means a beautiful child, I just checked. A sharp-tongued, stubborn, tsundere.
何すんだ
変態
え
ベタベタ触りよってこの変態
She's also a paraplegic, meaning she can't move her legs, and she spends most of her time inside being cared for by a grandmother. And through some weird twist of fate and anime magic, Tsuneo gets hired as her new caretaker, which she isn't so fond of.
よろしく何すればいいジョンだっけ
ジョゼや
She basically sends him on random side quests and seemingly acts hostile for no reason. But he needs the money, so of course he has to deal with it. But as the story goes on, we start to realize why Josee is so hostile. It's basically a defense mechanism. As someone with a disability, she's defending herself from the harsh world around her. But remember that fall that happened earlier? Well, someone pushed her, and that's why our grandma has this philosophy that the outside world is full of beasts, tigers as she calls them. She believes that all the humans around us are tigers, symbolically. So she should just stay home. But just like any other person, she wants to explore, she wants to see the world, and she has a strong love for art, especially art about the ocean and the sea. What she wants more than anything is to be like a fish, to swim freely around the world. And that's where Tsuneo becomes important. He's the catalyst for our little rebellions. She sneaks out and they go around together exploring. But there are still bad people in the world that makes her second guess herself. And that's why I love this moment when Tsuneo asks
ど
her,
うすんのジョゼさん行くの行かないの
That question is hard because the world is full of tigers. But the real question is, do you still want to swim? Watching her go outside and experience things with him, even if it's her first time seeing things like this, is like watching a child discover everything for the first time. She slowly starts to open up and you can see that she grows a little bit with each step, and this is when the symbolism really clicks. The tigers aren't literal, they are fears, judgments, obstacles. She's a fish that wants to swim, but the world is full of tigers, and we don't know everything about her past. And honestly, that leaves space for us to wonder, was she always like this, or is it our circumstances that shaped her personality? And then there's Josee's grandma. It's easy to paint her as an overprotective, even controlling person. But honestly, she's not a villain. She's just scared of losing the only person that she has left, and even smiles when Josee gets taken out, because at the end of it all she wants is her happiness. You can see the push and pull between freedom and protection. It's subtle, but the small moments like how reading a story or drawing shows how much she's growing. And then comes the part where everything shifts. Something happened that really tests both of them, and I don't want to spoil it for you, so I won't give you details. The movie dives into that blurry line between care and pity, and that's where Suneo's character gets tricky, because he's genuinely kind, maybe too kind. The movie never really shows us his flaws. To us, he's just nice. So nice that it's hard to tell what is truly driving him. Does he help Josee because he cares? Or maybe he feels somewhat responsible? Or maybe he even pities her, even though he doesn't realize that himself. And that uncertainty makes his character quite distant sometimes, but it also has a hint of realism. The truth is that people aren't always aware of why they do good things. Sometimes they have compassion, sometimes guilt, sometimes both. And the show also talks about dreams. There are some things that she feels will be impossible to reach because of her disability. And there's this heated moment when he tells Josee not to give up and she lashes out. A lot of people saw that as a reaction that was uncalled for, because he wasn't trying to understand her, he was just trying to help, right? But I actually get it. Sometimes when you're struggling, you don't always want advice. Sometimes when you're struggling, you don't always want a solution or an advice. Sometimes you just want someone to listen. And that's what makes Josee such a believable character. She doesn't exist to be perfect or inspiring all the time. She's messy, she's defensive, she's reclusive, but she's also fragile. And there's something real about that. Yes, she has her tropes of being a tsundere and being very dishonest with herself, but deep down she's just trying to protect herself. And as the story goes on, we start to see how much she has grown. There's this beautiful moment at the end to the story where she reads a book to a group of kids, and this time she uses it to inspire Suneo. It's such an amazing scene and says everything on how far she has come. From being a girl who feared the world to someone strong enough to help someone else face it. And visually, the movie is just as heartfelt. But I mean, it's a movie, so let me not talk about that too much. And the soundtrack fits perfectly. It's the kind of score you don't just hear, but you actually feel it. And that's what really makes Josee, the Tiger and the Fish, so special. It's about small human moments. The story is not flawless by any means, but it still has a good message. And honestly, I think this movie sticks with me because it's that simple and heartbreaking. It's about courage, growth, and learning to move forward, even when life tells you that you can't. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. You should check my video on Lukism, or what happened to Cartoon Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe.